Hi everyone, it's Maud here, and welcome to your yoga practice for new opportunities. This is a great practice to take perhaps around the new year or whenever in your life you feel like you're turning over a new leaf, starting something new or something different. I personally am not a subscriber to the New Year, New Me concept. However, I do think that the new year presents itself as an opportunity for us to do something different, maybe make something better, do more or do less, right? Or it could just be a jumping off point for us to look back at how the past year went or how your past life was and just look forward into the new life, a new era, a new something for you. And so, whether or not you're into New Year's resolutions, it's totally fine. But what I want you to do in this practice is just to cultivate this sense of starting grounded first and then taking flight, as we'll be on our feet here pretty quick. But really acknowledging what we've just had, what you've just experienced before we get into the new thing. As far as practice is concerned, I have my blocks, but if you don't have any yoga blocks, just grab something that lets the floor meet you halfway in case folding over the floor is a bit challenging for you. So just grab a thick book or perhaps a blanket or a pillow or something big that you can kind of lay your hands on. Otherwise, we can start here either cross legged or sitting hips on heels. We'll be here for a short moment, but please take the time to close your eyes and take the time to really fully sit yourself down. So don't get too excited to move just yet. And as your eyes are closed, you want to sit up nice and tall. Again, you can have something underneath your bums just to be a little bit friendlier to the lower back. Relaxing the face and the shoulders down and not overthinking anything, just sort of enjoying this moment. Just listening to the body and just sort of how it feels right now without forcing it to feel anything. Just be a little bit more organic today and not so anticipating of what's coming next. Hands are relaxed on top of your legs or your lap. Stacking shoulders above hips, head above the shoulders. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose here. Open the mouth and exhale it out. Inhale through nose. Exhale through the mouth, open. One more time, inhale through nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Start to notice the breath. That when you inhale, you feel not just the belly inflate, but you feel your rib cage expand front, side, and back, 360 degrees like a balloon. And as you exhale, you're coming back to home base. Breathing in any way that feels comfortable. You can breathe in and out through the nose. You can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Whatever keeps you mindful and intentional with your breath, do it. So I spoke about starting here grounded. So as your sit bones are down on the mat and they're glued to the mat, I want you to feel really grounded and respectful of everything you just experienced. Whether it's the past week, the past year, maybe their past life, lifestyle, whether it's your career, your relationships, whichever aspect of your life, just take some insight from that. And while the sit bones feel heavy down towards the mat, feel flight from your waist up. So start to sit nice and tall, let there's space in your spine. Then you feel this lightness in your being, because you're about to take on something new. You're seeing things in a different way, and opportunities are right in front of you. So feel these sort of two different types of energies. They're not opposite. They definitely complement where you are right now. And so acknowledge that and embrace that. And take a couple more breaths in and out through the nose. Or like I said, maybe you can exhale out through the mouth, whichever one's comfortable to you. Inhale in. Exhale out. Press your palms together at heart center. Thumbs are touching your chest. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, open mouth. Nice job. Blink your eyes open. Namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. And we'll get started. We'll actually start on our feet. So however you make your way to a standing position, please do so. I would just recommend that your feet are a little wider than hip width apart. And we're going to start here shaking things off. And so let's start from the bottom up, right? Look at your feet and your toes and just start to kick them out. Almost like you're fidgeting, right? Getting any wiggles out of the way, any gunk that may have been in your life before. Just let it go. Kick them out. And then shake your fingers, shake your arms, and you're kind of flickering anything that's in your being that you don't need anymore. Fidget, wiggle, shake. Totally fine. One more breath just like this. I know it seems silly, but it does work. And get your feet to settle on your hands as well. Start to just shift weight in the legs. And maybe even sort of shake your thighs if that feels good to you. So just leaning the body left and right. And now your arms can crisscross. And those of you who have taken some of my classes, you know, this is a good way for me always to like start my day. When I'm about to get to practice a certain physical modality, whether that's yoga or something else, I always shake the body because I just want to reset. And so find this reset in yourselves. But one more breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Come to a nice standing position. Let's move the neck. So as we drop our left ear towards our left shoulder, feel the stretch on the right side of the neck. Feel your feet grounded down towards the mat. And notice the difference in your energy right now compared to before when we were moving a lot. Inhale, center. Get to the other side. Soften the knees. Get a nice strong base in the legs. Get a strong foundation established here. And then to center. Look towards your left shoulder. Center. And your right shoulder. Kind of like you're looking behind you to your past. Whether it's the previous year, the previous week, your previous life, or previous lifestyle, like I mentioned. And then come to center. Bend the legs as you inhale the arms up. Make a circle with your hands. Palms connect, and then hands to heart center. Let the thumbs touch your chest each time you make it here. Bend the legs. Inhale, circle the arms. You can watch the palms now. If that feels good to your neck, exhale, hands to heart center. Tap, thumbs to chest. Always coming back to ourselves. One more time. Inhale. Palms connect. And then exhale, open the arms with your palms pointing down. And then step your feet a little bit wider with your toes out and your heels in. Get this bend in your knees. And we're just going to get the legs to settle here with your knees pointing towards your pinky toes. And just slide the body left and right. Just reaching the arms out. No overthinking. Palms are facing down, so you're definitely taxing the shoulders a little bit here. Get a nice strong base with your feet down, spreading those toes, finding your balance. 2 more times left and right. Reach. reach, like the new opportunity is just right there around the corner. When you come to center, inhale the arms up and then straighten your legs. And then as you exhale, open the arms, palms down, bend the legs. Maybe bend the legs a little bit deeper, so sink your hips a little bit lower. Stack your shoulders above those hips. Inhale, arms rise, legs straighten. Exhale, open arms, bend those legs. One more time. Inhale, feel this length, feel this reach. And then exhale, open up the arms. Beautiful. Stay right here. I'm going to mirror you. So this right here is going to be my left foot, or your left foot rather. So the next time, you're going to turn your left foot in and let your left hand touch your right hand. Inhale, this is our center. Toes out, heels in. This is called goddess legs or saddle pose. And then slowly right hand touches the left, but rotate your right hip in. Inhale, open up. Same thing, turn the left hip, left hand towards the right. Inhale, center. You probably kind of recognize this movement a little bit. It's like closing and opening a book, right? Kind of like what you're doing now. Closing a chapter, opening up a new one. Come to center. If your balance is being challenged, that's okay. That's expected. One more time. Find your center here. Lift the arms up. And as you exhale, open the arms, plant them down towards your thighs. Get your hips to the back, and then open your chest towards the front. And just do little circles here with your knees. They may be going in opposite direction, which is fine. And then go the other way, whether that's clockwise or counterclockwise. Hands stay on the thighs. Inhale here, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. Sending your hips to the back. Keeping your spine long. Like your hips are sort of saying goodbye to the past, whether it's the past year, the past life, and the crown of your head is already looking forward. Come to center, and then twist the other way. Beautiful. Come to center. Keep your heels in, toes out. Inhale, arms up. We're going to do what we did before, but we're going to add a little bit of something in the middle. So open your arms out, bend your legs. And then, we're going to turn our left hip in. Our left hand's going to touch the right hand. Except this time, we're going to make a rainbow with our left arm. And then come to center. Rotate your right hip in, right hand to the left. Beautiful. Make your rainbow. Pivot that heel. Boom. One more time each side. As we make these rainbows, you are making your own proverbial rainbow, right? Whether that's silver lining, pot of gold, there's always something good that comes out of something that's difficult, that's a challenge. One more time. Inhale, arms rise. Nice job. Exhale, turn your toes to point forward, send your hips back, soften your knees, and fold down towards the mat. This is where yoga blocks or those props that I mentioned earlier would be useful. Keeping your chest open and your spine long, you can soften the knees, and you can even bend one leg at a time, just to help open things up in the back of the body. Keep your palms spread. Get a nice, strong foundation. Allow yourself to trust yourself. You're going to catch yourself, find your balance, finding your length. No doubts right here. No, how am I looking? It's all about how you're feeling, and the goal is just to feel good. Come to center. Inhale, lengthen spine. Soften the knees and exhale, find your fold. Just drop your head. Shake your head yes and no. Breathing in and out. One breath here, inhale. And then exhale. Slowly come to center with your hands underneath your face. Walk your hands towards your right foot. And then send your left knee down. And then send your right knee down. Come into quadruped or hands and knees. Wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Zip up your belly, neutralize the spine first, and make sure you retain a softness in the back of the neck. And as we inhale, we drop our bellies, we lift our tailbone, we open the chest, and we lift our head. It's a very allowing pose. And as you exhale, slowly round. Belly, tailbone tucks, chest concaves in, and look towards your navel, really rounding that spine. Take your time here, guys. Again, there's a part of you that is staying grounded, kind of acknowledging your past experience. And a part of you is also looking forward to something new, a new opportunity, a new beginning, a new something, or it could just be a different something. It doesn't have to be anything huge or magnanimous. Perhaps do one more of these. As we arch our spine, this is called a cow pose. As we round it, this is called a cat pose. Maybe do one of each. Nice job. Come to center. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. Reach your fingers up. And as you exhale, needle them through underneath your right armpit, but hover for now. Lengthen the arm up. Inhale. Exhale underneath the right armpit. One more time. Open up. Reach the arm up. Really engage all 5 fingers. And as you exhale, needle through. This time you're going to plant your left shoulder down. You're going to plant the left side of your head down. Keeping the hips stacked on top of the knees best you can. And as you rest your head down towards the mat, I want you guys to feel settled. I want you to feel if there's any hesitation or any reluctance to just stay here. And if it feels good to you, you can kickstand that right leg out. However, if it doesn't do anything for you, you can let that right knee stay in. Totally up to you. One more breath here. Let that right hand stay in front of your face and use it to push yourselves up. Open up the left arm towards the sky again. And then slowly plant your left hand down. Let's do one round of cat-cow. Inhale, arch the spine. Open your chest, lift tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, go the other way. And then come to center. This time, right arm lifts up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly needle it through underneath the left arm, but hover for now. Inhale, travel, make that journey. Every inch of this movement matters. Do not be in a hurry. Exhale, twist over. Last time through, inhale, lengthen up, twist up, reach up. There's your new opportunity. Yeah? Exhale, plant your right shoulder down, right side of your face, of your head, and just settle. If it served you any, kickstand that left leg. If you're not quite sure what it's doing, then you can just place the left knee down. No judgments whatsoever. You do you. One breath. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your left hand in front of your face. Use it to push yourself up. Twist up and lengthen the right arm up. Reach, reach. And then exhale, plant the right hand down. With your quadruped or hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips, just readjust. Let's just do 2 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, open chest, lift the head. You may notice that this is more forward looking. And the opposite direction, which is that cat pose, is a little bit more introspective, reflective, whatever the energy may be. One more time. Just recognize that change in perspective depending on where you're looking and how the body's feeling. Nice job. Slowly come to center. Inhale your right leg, lift it up towards the sky. Maybe squeezing that right glute a little bit. And as you exhale, slowly send that right knee towards the chest, rounding it out. Inhale, just lift that leg up towards the sky, maybe igniting that right glute, like I said. Exhale, right knee to the chest. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Placing your right foot between the palms. Come into this square lunge and then lift your arms up towards the sky. Make a circle. Exhale, place your hands down. Inhale, lift the right leg up once again. Exhale, right knee down. Beautiful. Do that on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Opening up the left hip. Sending the left knee in towards the chest, rounding it out. Inhale, lengthen up. Engaging the left glute. Exhale, bring the left knee in. Perhaps dropping that head too. One more time, lengthen the left leg up. And as gently as you can, place your left foot between the palms. Come to the square lunge. Inhale, arms rise. Make that big circle. Exhale, plant the hands down. Plant the left knee down. Tuck your toes under and then slowly lift up into a downward facing dog. If you're new to yoga, a downward facing dog, sorry, gotta tuck my shirt in. You're making sort of a big letter A shape or an inverted letter V. So pretend like the tailbone is the top of the alphabet. And you really want to make this nice volcano or mountain. So starting from the ground up, spread your fingers. You can soften the knees. Keep your hands shoulder width apart at least. Feet are hip width apart at least as well. And then bend one leg at a time. Right leg bends, left leg straightens. And then go the other way. Whichever one you started, just do the other side. Dropping your head and letting your neck relax, but finding some length in the spine and strength in your shoulders without dumping in your armpits. Keep bending one leg at a time. Just opening up the body right here. One more, right, left and right, finding that bend. And then stop right here at the center. You can keep your legs bent. Or if your back body feels open, and you can come into the downward facing dog of your choice. Legs are straight and extended, or softening at the knees, focusing on the spine. Always focus on the spine. Big breath here, inhale. Exhale, open mouth. Leave the mouth open. Move your jaw around. Just relaxing the face. Beautiful. One breath here. Inhale. Lift your lower belly back and up. And as you exhale, come into child's pose. Send your knees down, but get the knees to be as wide as they possibly can. Send your toes towards each other. You can lengthen the arms out, but plant your elbows down, and then just take a short break here with your forehead planted on your mat. Again, settling in this child's pose. Breathing in and out. And always respecting any time we find ourselves in this place of being given the chance to reflect. Whether you call that gathering insight, lessons learned, reflections, whatever it may be. These are things that still matter to us, even though we're ready to move forward. airplanes don't necessarily take flight until, the rubber meets the road. They've got enough traction in there and ready to just take off. There's a lot of physics in between. But we know that to do that, we do need a moment to just land. Almost like getting this nice lift from the ground. And that's what we're doing here. Breathing in and breathe out. Keep the hands where they are, but keep them about a bit wider than shoulder width apart. And then slowly shift the body forward. Get your knees to come in a little bit closer. So you can even do that by kind of lifting them off of the mat. And then keeping your toes tucked in the back. Next time you inhale, shift forward, open up the chest. You can leave your feet down, but keep your glutes awake. Just taking the lower back away from this movement. As you exhale, keeping the feet where they are, come into a toes tucked child's pose, floating your forehead off of the mat. Inhale, moving forward, looking forward. New opportunities, new chances, a new story. Exhale, coming back down here to the familiar. 2 more times like this. Even though I'm making a narrative out of these movements, and if that's not something that works for you today and you just want to move, that's totally cool. But I know for a fact that shapes we do in our bodies and the forms that we make do change and shift our perspectives. For example, looking down really does make us a little bit more introspective. And looking forward does make us a little bit open yet vulnerable at the same time. And then you slowly come back, untuck the toes in the back, walk your hands towards your knees. You can plant your hands on your blocks behind you or just on the mat. Get your fingers to point in any direction that's comfortable, whether it's towards the back wall, it's towards the side, or towards your knees, or somewhere in between. That's totally cool. Just roll your shoulders back, open up the chest. You can lift your head up a little bit. But as you're here, notice how open the body is. You feel exposed, right? There's nothing in front of your chest, nothing that's covering your face. And so this whole concept of moving forward, new beginnings, new opportunities, new year, new day, really cannot happen without us taking challenges, seeing that as an adventure, making mistakes, being okay with failure, falling flat on our face. These are all chances for us to do something different. And so as you're sitting here, allow yourself to be open up to those chances. You may fail the first few times, 10 times, 999 times like Einstein. But there's always something in front of it that's worth it. Inhale here. And as you exhale, come to center. Shake your arms and wrists. And then interlace your fingers together. Open up the palms to the space in front of you. Feel the length in your arms. Feel the length in your spine. So try not to come down and round up the belly. Try to keep your spine nice and tall. Without changing the spine, lift your arms up. Keeping the fingers interlaced. Distinguish between your chest and your ribs. So your chests are open, but your ribs are in. That is the shelter of your energy, your chi, your core, your own boiler room. So protect it. Inhale here, lengthen. As you exhale, send the hands towards the right and send your hips towards the left. Nice lateral bend stretch. Now let's come to center, keeping the fingers interlaced. You're doing the best you can. Arms to the left, shift your hips to the right. Shift your hips to the right. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly shake the arms, shake the wrists. Cross at the ankles and make your way on your backs, please. As you lie down, get your knees to come towards the chest. Place your hands on top of your knees and let the feet float off of the mat. All we're gonna do is just get your right knee to move forward a little bit so you can lengthen your arms, and then we'll just alternate that with your left knee. Right hand, right knee forward, left hand, left knee forward. So if you guys didn't notice, there's a lot of forward and back motion in this practice. Some opening and closing. They can be metaphors, like I said, analogies as well. But the body does send a message to us. And that's the beauty of yoga. We make these shapes that we don't normally do on our day to day, but there's always a story to tell with our bodies. Our bodies are practically these authors, right? They're telling us, I am tight. I need to open. Please feed me. Lengthen me. Make me sleep. I have too much stress going on. One knee at a time. The body's one great, vulnerable, but resilient machine. And then slowly come to center. Just grab the shins with your hands and rock left and right. Let's place our right foot down first, keeping keeping the knee bent. And then the left leg straightens up towards the sky. You can always just interlace your fingers behind the left hamstring. Just opens up the back of the body. Looking at your feet, you can always do ankle circles. Again, there's always opportunities, right, to do something different. Inhale here. Then as you exhale, bend that left knee, squeeze towards the chest. And then put the left foot down. This time, right leg straightens up. Interlace fingers behind the right hamstring or behind that right thigh. If those ankle circles did feel good, which it did make me feel good too, just make sure that you go both directions. And then squeeze the right knee towards the chest and slowly place your right foot down. Beautiful. Now straighten your right leg. Send your left knee towards the chest. Have a nice little squeeze and then send that left knee towards the right for a nice twist. Keeping your left shoulder blade down, you can lengthen your left arm and you can direct your neck towards the left arm while keeping the twist of your lower body towards your right. Opening and closing, moving forward and back. And right here, one limb in one direction and one side, and the other as well. What that means is you need to find your center. Deep intentional breaths here. And then slowly come back to your middle and center. Squeeze that left knee in one more time. Ooh, always feels good. And then lengthen and straighten the left leg. Right leg turn, squeeze it up towards the chest. And then slowly send that knee towards the left. Right arm can lengthen out. You can look towards your right arm or your right hand. As long as you don't stare at it like laser lights. Keep your eyelids heavy. Right shoulder blade is down. Just breathe. Be here. Be content. Last breath. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly come to center. Find your final resting pose, or we call this Shavasana. Legs are spread, hands on either side of your hips. Wiggle the hips, wiggle your shoulders, whatever makes you feel good, and then whatever helps you get into your final resting pose in the most rested you possibly can. So I always say, don't just pretend to rest, really rest. Once you find it, let's take a deep inhale through nose. Open the mouth and exhale it out. One more time, inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale. And let's shush it out. Shavasana. Keep the back of the neck soft and relax. If you'd like to enjoy a longer final resting pose or a longer Shavasana, just press the pause button. Otherwise, for those of you who are ready, inhale through nose. And as you exhale, you are going to move your fingers and feet and toes, your limbs, your extremities, perhaps swaying the shoulders and the hips. To remind ourselves we are moving and breathing beings. Like I said, the body is one vulnerable but resilient machine. Send your feet towards each other. And as you inhale, give yourselves a good morning. Stretch arms long and strong behind you, toes forward. And as you exhale, walk the feet in, bend the legs, and roll onto a side of your choice. Taking a pause for a moment. Eyes heavy, head heavy. And then use this upper hand to gently push yourselves up into a nice, comfortable position. Back where we started. Legs crossed or sitting in any way that feels comfortable to you. Take an inhale here. Lift your shoulders towards the ears. And an exhale. Drop them. Inhale the arms overhead. Watch the palms connect. And as you exhale, hands to heart center, thumbs towards your chest. Bow down towards your hands while keeping your spine long. Feel that energy flowing within you. Feel the optimism, the forward-looking motion, but also the part of you that wants to acknowledge the past. Thank it, acknowledge it, and then move forward. Inhale here, please. As you exhale, take a deeper bow to your practice, to your awesomeness, your essence, and the magic that's in you, and the energy that is letting you prepare for your new opportunity, taking on a new chance, a new idea, a new beginning. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. I do hope you felt all of that in your body, in your mind, and in your soul. Thank you so much. From my heart to yours, namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. Good luck on your journey. I am pulling for you. I am rooting for you. But for now, take care. Goodbye. And thanks so much for being here. See ya. Peace out.